Maybe you were once seen as gifted. As a kid, people said you were smart, full of energy, full of promise. Teachers praise you. Your parents brag about you. You rank high in school. They said you were special. But that didn't last forever. As you got older, things felt different. You start to wonder. Maybe you weren't that special. You felt stuck. Not because you failed, but because your own potential felt heavy. So, how did this happen? You were the bright kid, the one with talent, the one who was supposed to succeed. You weren't supposed to fail, right? But that's the trap. People hide behind the word potential. They say they are gifted or talented because they are scared of what happens if they try and fail. They are afraid failure will reveal the truth. Maybe they are not as smart as everyone said. Maybe they are not strong enough to win. So they stop trying. Because if they try and fail, they'll feel ashamed. And someone like them, someone full of potential, can't afford to look stupid. That's how potential becomes a prison. It's the curse of being praised too early, too much. I felt it too. You are scared of proving people wrong. But even more, you are scared of proving yourself wrong. You are scared to admit maybe you are not as talented as you believe, and that's okay. Maybe you are not a genius, maybe you are not gifted. But that doesn't mean you can't try. It doesn't mean you can't build something real, step by step. Being called gifted can sound like a blessing, but it becomes a mess you can't take off. You start thinking of yourself as the young prodigy, the future world changer, and in your head, a voice whisper, "You are not allowed to fail. People like you don't mess up." So you wait, you delay, you chase perfection, and in the end, you are not remembered for what you did. You are remembered for what you could have been. You hide behind excuse. You give half of effort. So if you fail, you can say, "Well, I wasn't really trying," but deep down, you know that's just fear talking. That's the prison of potential. And yes, you want to break free. So do I. I was that potential kid too, until I entered a bigger world, where others were quicker, sharper, more confident. I struggled. They were better at talking, better at sports, better at life. And for a while, I felt crushed. I didn't want to be one of the stories people whisper about. What a waste. He used to be so smart. I didn't want that to be me. So I made a choice. It hurt at first, but slowly I started to rebuild. I let go of the old identity. I emptied the glass. I let myself be a beginner again. I did the things that scared me, little by little, clumsily, imperfectly. Sometimes I slip back into old patterns, and that's normal. You've worn this mask for years. It won't come off overnight. This isn't a quick fix, it's a long road. But that's okay. Take it one day at a time. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Rest if you need to, but always get back up. Fall 7 times. Stand up 8. Start today. Start small. Start messy. But start. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to move. Try new things. Build stuff. Fail out loud. Because failure is the part of the path. Because failure is part of the path. Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett has failed. Michael Jordan has failed. Every great person you admire has lost before they won. So why not you? You are allowed to fail, even if you were once the smart one. You are allowed to mess up, even if they called you a genius. You are allowed to grow, even if it means letting go of who you. You are allowed to grow, even if it means letting go of who you used to be. Step out of the prison of potential. Chase your real self. Find what you are truly good at. And maybe, just maybe, you'll discover your real potential. Not in what people once said, but in what you decide to become.